It's finally over. Phew. And now, I'm back to talk about how much I love Disney. Well, wait a minute, that's not actually in the script. That really doesn't even make sense. But today, I'm actually here to talk about just how bad Disney has fallen off recently. Like, this shit is fucking trash, my nigga. What is this? And honestly, what the fuck is that? Making us rich? The fuck? Hold on, I meant to say Disney is wonderful, inspiring, beautiful, tasteful, and not at all racist. All right, let me go now, please. Please.
Oh boy.
Yo, okay, I got it. Okay, all right. Disney is the greatest intellectual property on earth. You know, the greatest channel of all time. There's no flaws. It's a great company. Its owners are amazing, even though that nigga was probably racist too. Wait, hold on, wait. No.
You don't talk to me like that! You little piece of shit!
Hey, y'all boys. I'm finally back after... Alright, y'all, give me some leeway here, man. These videos take a long-ass time to make, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta cut me some slack. But I'm finally back with part 3, Disney. You know what I'm saying? I had to hit y'all with that little dashy. Hey, y'all fucking with that?
Oh, bro.
No? Okay. And I'm sure there's others who have said this before, but hey, man, as much as I really enjoyed the live-action TV shows from Disney, nigga, them cartoons were something else. Straight banger after banger after banger. And I know y'all remember this one right here.
The Proud Family. What? You and me will always be tied.
Whoa, stop. I've done this before, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I keep playing more of the intro, I'm gonna get fucking copyright strike to hell. But I know y'all do remember that show and that banger of an intro, bro. Yeah, The Proud Family, it's not just a good Disney show. Nigga, it's just an all-time great show in general. From the characters, to the dialogue, to the music, to the themes and lessons it taught us. Bro, it was just a classic. And you know what I'm saying? One of the best parts about this show was it was some representation. It was niggas in the show for once. Because other than like the Boondocks, there's rarely ever shows exclusively about black people. And I know the show was made by some niggas the way they portrayed Asian people. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, just look at this, bro. Look at the way they drew these niggas. They made them yellow as hell and gave them these small ass eyes. What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, bro. You can't convince me this shit was not racially motivated. And look at this. Bro, what the fuck? They gave these niggas this Oriental sounding B. What? And this might not even be the worst example of racism in the show because the Gross sisters, they made these bitches black as hell. So fucking black, in fact, that they're fucking blue or purple. I don't know what they are. But the point is, they would make the fucking blackest niggas on the show some thieves, bro. Nah, this is ridiculous. But nah, on some serious shit though, bro, this show was a classic. This shit was making waves in the black community back then. And really all I have to left to say is Trudy Proud. Man, back in the day, a young nigga was fiending. All right, let me stop, man. On to the next show, which is gonna be Emperor's New Groove, which was actually a pretty solid show. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest of all time or anything. And I think more people remember the movie than they actually do the show. But hey, it wasn't bad. Like, really, I think it's just the characters that made it so memorable. Like, this meme right here, it was a game changer, bro. And Kronk as a character kind of carried the show, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, Kuzco, he was funny. I just think... Well, nah, that nigga was whipped, I'm not gonna lie. Because when it came to Melina, he was kind of simping here and there. Regardless, though, you know, it was still a great show and everything. But there was just one thing that didn't make sense. Because as scheming and conniving as Yzma was, bro, why didn't they just, like, kill her? What the fuck? Nigga, like, back then, they would probably just kill a woman just because she could start a fire. Would have just claimed she was a witch and called it a day. And Yzma actually is a witch. Like, there's no joke. She actually is a fucking witch. But other than that, pretty solid show. And the next show, man, bro, it's gotta be that Kim Possible. I mean, Kim Possible was a straight banger amongst bangers. It was a true classic. And you know you have a hit when the main characters are tough, but the villains are even tougher. Like Dr. Draken, on some real shit, he's iconic. He's up there with some of the other greatest villains of all time. Like Joker or like Lex Luthor or something like that, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's definitely a reach. I'm kind of trolling right now. Cause really, bro, let's be honest, it was Shego doing most of the work. Like, real talk, she was carrying that nigga straight LeBron in 2018. Regardless, this show was just one of the ones.
If you just call my name, Kim Possible.
Alright, my fault. I won't assault y'all ears like that anymore. But this show was just getting me hyped, man. I can't even lie. Especially when I think about my nigga Ron, because he was dressing like thieves. Straight, you know I had to do it to him. But he somehow pulled the baddest bitch in the whole show. Well, second baddest behind Shego, according to the internet. Cause, you know, you niggas were fucking down bad for her. I remember that. Fucking lame, man. Like, y'all niggas dead look lame as hell fucking simping over a cartoon character. Like, on some real shit, who would do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Not me. Nah, but for real though, this was a great show. And I'm not gonna lie, Kim Possible's catchphrase, "So what's the sitch?" Bro, it was iconic. It was up there with Jimmy Neutron's Brain Blast. And speaking of iconic, yeah, this show was just like that, man. The show was really him, especially because of like Trixie and Spud. And I didn't even have to look those names up. I remember that straight off the Domski. That's just how memorable the show was. But nah, those two, they really held it down for Jake, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they would go along with him at every turn, and they really could have exposed this nigga's secret, but they didn't. They were some real friends. And really, when you think about it, they're kind of just a reverse Sam and Tucker from Danny Phantom. It's just that in Danny Phantom, his love interest actually was his friend. But yeah, Trixie and Jake just weren't really a thing, though. But don't let me make it seem like my nigga Jake wasn't getting the huzz. Cause him and Rose, oh yeah, they were locked in. All right, maybe not locked in, but it was kind of like some Romeo and Juliet type shit where they just couldn't be together, but clearly they liked each other, my nigga. But really, the only bad thing was, well, not even a bad thing, a pretty major thing. His bitch was working with the main ops. Like, really imagine for a second, you find some absolute fine shit. I'm talking the girl of your dreams. But then you find out she's a communist and she works for Kim Jong-un. Oh yeah, I'd be absolutely sick. But nah, like, that actually was a pretty good plotline, I'm not gonna lie. But even then, Jake was such a good character, bro. But what really made him was his supporting cast. Cause they really remind me of other characters in other shows and films. Like Food Dog, that's basically his donkey from Shrek. Like Grandpa Master, I don't even know if he had a name. That's just how cold he was. Oh, never mind. He does have a name. It's Luan. All right, let me stop. Let me not get canceled, bro. But Grandpa Master basically did remind me of Uncle Iroh, which is kind of funny because Jake and Zuko got the same voice actor. And both are top tier characters. And I even talked about Zuko in my last video, which you can go ahead and check out in the description down below. Nah, but on some real shit though, this show was almost perfect. And notice how I said almost because, what the fuck is this? They had a perfectly good art style and they changed it. Like, why? Bro, just look at this for a second. Like, look at this style right here, bro. This was perfection. Nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, but it went from that to this. Like, that first dragon was intimidating. This is not intimidating at all. If I was the huntsman and I saw this, nigga, I'm going right back to crime. Fuck this little nigga. But nah, even though they did change the art style, bro, it still didn't matter because the show was still pretty good, man. And can't forget about that intro.
That's cool motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about.
Nah, but this is really just a great show. Really nothing else left to say. Except it could have been even better if it didn't get canceled. But it is what it is. And for this next one, hey bro, come here. I got a hot take.
This is not a banger. This is not a banger. And I know bangers.
Phineas and Ferb, that shit was not as good as y'all think it was. That shit was mid as hell. That shit was like Pat Bev, because just like him, that show had y'all fooled. They was not really doing shit in that show for real. Cause bro, every fucking episode was the same thing over and over. Phineas and Ferb don't know what they're gonna do. Perry gets some mission or something that he has to go on. Isabella or fucking Baljeet or something tells them what they should do. Then they have a fucking great idea. And then Candace tries to bust them. It's the same episode fucking over and over, rinse and repeat. And then they do a fucking musical number at the end of every episode, which in my opinion, and yes, my opinion, you dumbass nigga, because nowadays niggas apparently can't have fucking opinions. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, in my opinion, I think musicals are some of the lowest form of entertainment. But nah, this show is just the definition of just rehashing. And don't get me wrong, bro, I'm not saying some of my other favorite shows weren't formulaic. Cause I could say a show like The Fairly Odd Parents is also formulaic. But at least some of those episodes actually revolve around different characters and different plot lines. But the only variation in Phineas and Ferb is just a native for Dr. Doofenshmirtz or a different invention for Phineas and Ferb. That's it. Show is extremely mid, but what wasn't mid, and some of y'all might not remember this, it was Jetix. Between Jetix and Disney XD, a lot of these ended up actually being aired on both of those. And for time purposes, I'm about to just run through a bunch of the classics. First up, The Replacements. It was a pretty solid show, nothing crazy. I think the concept was better than the show itself, but it wasn't bad. Then we got Yin Yang Yo, which, bro, that fucking intro was a banger. I don't remember much from the show, but from the little that I do, it wasn't bad. And then we got Puka, which for me was a personal favorite. I actually remember watching all the episodes of this show, and it was pretty tough because my nigga Garu, he was simply him. But then again, of course, we have Lilo and Stitch, which is a classic. I just didn't include it, but that's really more so due to time. And I know a lot of people actually watch the movie over the show. But regardless, both were great. And it's crazy to me to think that there's still kids today watching this, but I guess it just shows that it stood the test of time. But then we also had Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, which wasn't bad. It just wasn't really watched much. But then we also had Gargoyles, which came on around the same time as Dave the Barbarian, which was like fucking 5 in the morning. And I don't care if they were reruns. What kid was getting up this early to watch a cartoon? But nah, none of them were bad. Gargoyles just kind of creeped me out. But then we have Static Shock, which, bro, I don't even know if this was like a Disney show because I looked it up. It said it was, but I think it's also like a Cartoon Network. I don't even know. But this was obviously an S-tier show, no doubt. And along with shows like Jackie Chan Adventures, which was also great, there was also shows like Kick Buttowski, which, bro, both of those, so fucking underrated. And all those are really making me want to drop a video about like the forgotten cartoons or something like that. But then we also have a show like Fish Hooks, which I didn't think was that bad, but a lot of people didn't like it. Me personally, it was alright. But the final show, which came before the complete decline of Disney and was still a classic, gotta be Gravity Falls. And this show right here really damn near needs its own video, bro. But we all remember how great this show was. There really isn't much else to say about it. But like I said, in the future, if there ever is an opportunity to give Gravity Falls its own video, I definitely will. And as I finally wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you guys for sticking through with me this whole time, in 2024 and beyond. I just want to say, I got more content coming out on the way for sure. Make sure to go ahead and follow my socials in the description down below. I'm posting daily content the rest of 2025. Just not on YouTube though, only on like TikTok and Instagram Reels. Well, until TikTok gets banned basically. And yeah, all right guys. Thank y'all for being with me and sticking on this journey. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Let's keep going.
Had to find a new hoe. I ran out of options. You ain't gotta take it there. All you do is pop shit. All your niggas told on you. You don't even pop shit. Get the bag on touchdown. I like playing offense. All my plays is locked in. They don't